Hello creative people. I've been having a go at these tie-dye kits. I bought them quite a while ago, €3 each. I have been dying to use them, but just haven't had the right time to do it. And this weekend has been so hot, you don't really want to do anything else. This is perfect dyeing weather because everything's dry very quickly. These little packs come with elastic bands and gloves. I'm not really going to do tie-dyeing. I'm just looking to make my own fabrics, put some colours together, experiment. This is so much fun for me. I am just absolutely loving it. So just experimenting. I do have a specific project in mind for this, but at the moment I'm thinking just of making up the material and then afterwards thinking about mark making and stitching into it after. I did cast my eyes over the instructions very, very briefly. It said fill 3/4 full with water and agitate. I just did the best I could. Last year I did a workshop with Donna Cheshire and she used dyes that look a bit like this, and she said that once you mix them up they only lasted 24 or maybe 48 hours. 24 I think. But to be honest, these are really meant one pack for one t-shirt, so I just used them all up. So I got out some pale coloured fabrics and cut them up into manageable sizes. And you can start with wet fabric or dry fabric. So I'm starting with wet. Just put them in a bowl of water. I'm going to squeeze out the excess water a little bit. And then I'm just going to kind of bunch up the material a bit. Put it into this plastic bag. And then squirt some of the dye onto it. These bottles were very good. You could really have a lot of control over how much dye comes out and where you place it. So I'm trying to mix maybe 2 or 3 colours because you don't want a whole load of mushy brown. Well, you might do, but I'm aiming more for some colour transition and mixing some of the colours together and not getting too much brown. We'll see. I don't want huge big white bits either, so I'm trying to make sure it's covered a bit. I don't want it to be too dry. I'm being generous with the dyes, let's just say. But it all depends on what you're after. So this one still has quite a bit of white, so I'm just going to add another colour. I've got a dark purple and a paler purple. And then these bags I'm going to leave for 24 hours to really pick up the colour. But there's other ones that I'm not going to leave so long because it is an experiment. So we'll just see. So obviously it's agonising to leave it 24 hours. So I had to have other things that weren't going to be 24 hours. So when I felt like I had enough, I put them all in a shady spot, sealed up and left them. And now I'm going to have a try at some other experiments. I've just been dripping some red dye onto wet cloth, but then I'm going to spritz it with water again so that the dye bleeds out. Then I'm going to add a second colour. Again, just dripping. Spritzing with water. Squirting some dye. And then this one after I'm just going to leave in the sun to dry and then rinse off. Now found an interesting shaped piece of cardboard. And I'm going to see if I can get some of the lines to show through. So again, this is going to be with some wet fabric. And you see what I mean about these bottles? Really good bottles. So this too, I'll just leave it to dry on the bit of cardboard. And then I took some dry fabric and did some splashing to see what that was going to look like too. And I just left that to dry. Another go with some yellow and blue. So enjoyable. Linen that is dry. So when you go like this, it kind of sits on top. Then I'm going to give it a spritz with water. Move it about a bit. Gonna have to go and get more water. I folded where the natural folds were here. Yeah. I press down on this table bit. I don't know. So with having so much heat, things were really dry quickly and I could have a look at them quickly. I do love it. So these are the ones that I could rinse off straight away, or I decided to give myself permission to rinse off straight away. And then in the morning I had to come back and rinse the rest of them out. Morning. Okay. Put my crispy paper down. And I thought we'd open some up. Oh, I can't find my gloves. Oh. It's not going to get red on it. I didn't realise that this had stars on when I started. I wouldn't have done it if I'd known it was a patterned one. By the time I realised it was too late, really. I'm not that keen on yellow and blue. What do you think?
Ouais, c'est pas mal. Moi j'aime bien.
Purple and blue. Like that one. White space, but I still like
Et le
it.
blanc, il est pas vraiment très blanc.
No, it was done on an écru. It was done on more of an écru thing.
Alors que celui-là, c'est clean comme ça, le blanc.
Then there's this one. What's this? This one. Blood red. Do you have a favourite colour? Not really.
Comme ça, non.
This is really... Oh. And this one didn't really get any red on it. Yet they're in the same bag. Ooh, I like that. You know that I like that. Right, I can put this up here because I don't want to get red on it. Thanks to my son for helping me get that on camera. And a quick look at the linen it's completely dried, and this is one side, and on the other side has emerged a totally different pattern. Very interesting. So this one I didn't wait 24 hours, so it's not as vibrant. Lovely muted colours. So there we have it. A lovely couple of days dyeing and drying fabric. I do hope you give it a go. It's so much fun. And it's not even finished yet, because now you can stitch and print on it. Ugh. Alright, that's all for me. Bye bye.